Skips play. And a little adjustment to the depth chart will be made here before we start this one. Kickoff kicker will be Vedvik. And Vedvik's first kickoff of the season. We had Kevin Huber kicking off for the first 2 weeks. And it's going to be a line drive. It's going to be caught just before going out to the goal line. It's going to be brought out to the 26-yard line. Drew Lock, the quarterback for the Denver Broncos. Takes it under center. Takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Lindsey to start this game, and it's going to be a game of about 7 or 8 to the 33-yard line. Good run by Lindsey. Gonna send a man in motion. It's not the tackle, and he's gonna be brought down. Gain of 2, not quite to the first down, however. It's gonna bring up a 3rd and 1. Broncos offense quite similar to the Bengals offense. They do have AJ Green, a former Cincinnati Bengal. They're going to send Lindsey out in motion. No one's over him, however. And that was Drew Lock to, I believe, Jake Butt on the play. It looked like he got there, but forward progress says he went backwards, so brings up a 4th and inches, and here we have a punt. Bernard's going to take it in. He's going to return it. He's going to make one man miss, and he's going to be buried at the 19-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow in the Bengals offense to start this Week 3 matchup. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left. Von Miller out on the edge. Sends Mixon in motion. John Ross, what a block by Ross. He's going to bring it out for a gain of 6. Couldn't quite juke out the defender there. A 6-yard pickup for Joe Mixon on the reception. Not very often that the Bengals start with the pass play to start the game, but when you get that close to a first down, you'll take it. It's going to be a gain of 3. 3rd and 1. Bengals offensive line, not quite what you would expect it to be, but it's done its job in the run category these last 2 weeks. And it's going to be a first down. He broke a tackle. He's going to house it. He's got one man to beat. It's a foot race, but he's way ahead of him, and that it was going to be a Tigers touchdown. Joe Mixon, 72 yards on the play. And that's kick is up and good. We have a 7-0 ball game. 81 total yards on the play. A minute 11 seconds off the clock. It's going to be booted by Vedvik, and looks like he's not going to bring this one out. It's going to be a touchback. Man coverage for the Tigers. Lock in the shotgun. Lindsey next to him. He takes the snap. Hands off to Lindsey. It's going to be a gain of about 4 to the 29-yard line. Under center is Lock. He throws the out route to his receiver, but that's not going to go anywhere. Sutton on the reception. Brought down by Denard. instantly. And this play is lobbed. It's going to be intercepted by Denard, and he's going to be brought down at the 43-yard line. So Bengals force their first turnover of the season, and they are in business. Burrow sends his receiver in motion. Mixon is going to be buried behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. Burrow in the shotgun takes it. He's going to lob it to Ross. He's wide open and just overthrown by Joe Burrow was John Ross III. Chris Harris got beat deep, and that is not how you want to be playing a game as a cornerback. But Bengals will have to pass it on 3rd and 11. They're not very good in that category. Dumps it out to Mixon. Mixon makes one man miss. He breaks another tackle, but he's brought down at the 44-yard line. But it will be a first down. Burrow had to dump it off to him. He had no one else open, and he just had to hope that Mixon would deliver, and he did. Bernard's going to be buried behind the line of scrimmage. That's another loss of 1. That was Johnson's second tackle for loss. Burrow under center. Fakes the handoff to Mixon. He rolls out right. He's going to lob it. He looked to be in bounds, but and that's going to be how your first quarter ends. 7-0 ball game. Welcome back to this one. We start the second quarter. Bengals have the ball at the Broncos 30-yard line. Burrow gonna call. He's gonna send Mixon out to motion. He's gonna throw right out to him instantly. Makes one man miss, but he's gonna be brought down at the 27-yard line. Joe Mixon on the reception. That was his 3rd of the ball game. Jukes out a defender, but he's gonna be brought down right after by his buddy, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Bernard in the backfield. Burrow is going to send Boyd in motion. People shipped over on the Broncos defense, but no one really switched sides. And Bernard's going to be tackled at the 22-yard line. That went nowhere. It looked like he had some space, but not quite, and they're going to bring out the field goal unit. And Vedvik is good from 39 yards out. It's not quite the drive that the Bengals wanted. They definitely wanted a touchdown, but they have a 10-0 lead. Skied up. It's going to be brought in at the 5-yard line. He's going to take it out. And good coverage by the Tigers as he only gets to the 25-yard line, the equivalent to a touchback. Geno Atkins. Here comes a safety blitz, and he's buried instantly for a loss of 7. Jesse Bates got the sack. It's going to be brought in by the tight end. 3rd and 10. That was a gain of 7. Calcaterra, a Bengal last year. Played for Tampa Bay the year before that, so he's switched teams quite often. 3rd and 5, incomplete. Sorry, 3rd and 10, incomplete to A.J. Green, the former Cincinnati Bengal, the former 7-time Pro Bowler Cincinnati Bengal. Kern on the punt. Bernard's going to take it. He's not satisfied with the field position. There is a flag on the play, but he does make one man miss, and Giovanni Bernard has been electric this season, but it's coming back. There was an illegal block in the back before he even got the ball, and that's not helping at all. To the 20-yard line, the equivalent to a touchback. And Mixon went through the line untouched, but Jackson finally brought him down at the 31-yard line. That is a first down. Gain of 11 on the play. They're going to send Mixon out in motion, but they're going to hand off to Anderson. Anderson stumbles, and he's brought down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 2. Burrow hit as he throws, but incomplete. 2 minutes left in this half. 1:58 to be exact. Mixon. Audible 2. Burrow steps up. He's going to dive for a first down. Rush of 10. Did not want to risk a fumble on that play. Burrow. He's going to try to pass again. He stumbles, and he's going to be buried at the 42-yard line. That was almost a very electric play by Joe Burrow, but it went nowhere. Burrow takes the high snap, and Mixon is brought down. Minute to go in this one. Bullet pass intercepted by the Broncos, and he's still on his feet, but he's brought down. Henderson on the interception. That's Burrow's first interception of the season. They thought they had something going with John Ross, but he couldn't quite get off his cornerback, and he threw it to double coverage, and that's a turnover for the Bengals. And that's going to be incomplete. That was to no one. 3rd and 3 of 6 for Drew Lock, which brings up a 2nd and 10. Sends Lindsey out to the outside. That should be another incompletion for Drew Lock. He's been hurrying the ball this entire game when there's no need to. But the Bengals will take those mistakes, and that's how they win ball games, scoring more points than the other team. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Bengals will use a timeout, and the Broncos will have to punt. Sorry, it's Dixon is the punter for the Denver Broncos. I believe I said someone else earlier. Number 9 Dixon is the punter. 30 seconds left in this half. Burrow under center. Hands off to Mixon. Mixon makes one man miss, but he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3 yards. Here comes the hurry up offense. Fakes the handoff to Mixon. It's a play action, and he's going to be buried behind the line of scrimmage. Timeout Denver. 3rd and 22. Not a good way to start this drive for the Tigers. Burrow changes the play. It's going to be a stretch play. Mixon makes one man. He's in the open field, and he is going to house it to end the half. What a good play called by Zach Taylor. And the Bengals are up 16-0 pending PAT. And Vedvik is no good on the PAT. Brandy Bullock, the kicker last year, really struggled in the PAT category, and Vedvik has his first miss of the season this time around. And the Bengals will get the ball to start out the second half, so they could be shooting for a double whammy. And it's brought in the back of the end zone. He's not going to bring this one out, though. Way too back for Giovanni Bernard to return. And the first play, a lot of men go in motion as the play is changed. Burrow saw something that he liked and he called it out. But the line did not provide any protection for Mixon, and he's going to be brought down for another loss of 3. That's going to be tipped, almost intercepted by the Broncos linebacker. Not a good decision by Joe Burrow. Burrow yells at his sideline. Pass was almost. Snap, sorry, was almost behind him. That would have been a disaster, but it brings up a 4th and 13 for the Bengals. Intended for Giovanni Bernard downfield. And Huber, the veteran on the punt, hits it. This is possibly Huber's last year as a Bengal, but he's going to make it worthwhile. 16-0 ball game, 5:17 left in the third quarter. Atkins behind center. He just bowled his way through the line. That's Geno Atkins for the sack. Loss of 7 for Denver. Look, should be about a cover 4 for the Bengals. And Lindsey, for the first time in a while, has another carry. He has done pretty well this game for 19 yards on only 4 carries. That's when you're averaging about 4.5 yards a carry, you're doing pretty well. And that pass is incomplete. Brings up a 4th and 11. Drew Lock is now under 500 in this ball game. Dixon punts it. Bernard is going to watch it go back in the end zone. That will be a touchback. Bengals bring it out to the 20-yard line. Burrow sends Anderson in motion, throws it out to Anderson, and he's got an open field. He tries to juke back, but his footwork wasn't quite there, but he's brought down at the 39-yard line after a gain of 19 for a first down. Queen City Tigers are in business once again. Mixon stumbles, and he is brought down. Loss of 1. That was Spears' 4th tackle for loss. He's gotten through the line plenty of times today, which has forced the Bengals to have to go to a lot of outside passes and outside runs, which is not their necessary game plan. They are a hardcore smash mouth football team that likes to run up the middle with Joe Mixon. And that's exactly what they do this time, but he's going to be buried again behind the line of scrimmage. Good coverage by the Broncos defense. That was Coe on the play. And I said Bengals defense, but I really did mean Broncos defense. And he's going to... Giovanni Bernard is going to make a couple men miss. Shifty boy out to the 40-yard line, just short of a first down, and he's going to stay in for another play. Never mind, he substituted out for Joe Mixon. And Mixon jukes out a defender after he got off a block. So, bad blocking by Ben Jones, but Mixon was able to make up for it. And it's going to be another first down for Cincinnati. Burrow's going to roll out right. He's going to have no one to throw to, but he's going to look and see if he can get something out of the play. He gets a gain of 1. Never mind, that's a loss of 1. So that goes as a sack. Chicago leading Baltimore 17-13. Bengals hoping they can hold on to that one. Joe Mixon brought down again. He's not gotten anything going in this quarter, but the Bengals have been getting plenty of time off the clock, which is good when you're trying to win a ball game. And that's almost intercepted. Joe Burrow is 5-6 right now. He's below 500, just like Drew Lock is. Not good passing on either side of the ball. This kick is up, and it's through, and good. We have a 19-0 lead for Cincinnati. So nothing too exciting happening in this game, no big plays, but consistency has really helped the Tigers, as there's 10 seconds left in this third quarter. Gonna shut up a block. And that's going to be brought up to the 34-yard line. Not very good coverage by the Bengals defense. Tight end in motion. It's going to be complete wide open. That was Sutton on the reception to the 50-yard line. And that's going to be how your quarter ends. So, Bengals still trying to hold on to a shutout right now. Darius Phillips got that last tackle. Drew Lock in the shotgun. Philip Lindsay goes out right. But he's going to be brought in by A.J. Green. That's his first reception of the ball game. His second target. Lock under center. Tries to draw the Bengals off sides, but they don't fall for it. And that's going to be another reception for a first down. It's going to be another pass completion for Sutton. Gain of 7 on the play, 4 minutes left in this one. And that's going to be brought down by Jesse Bates. 3rd and 1. D-line stacks together. Linebackers shift out. Corners press. But he's going to be wide open. But he's too slow, and the Tigers are there to bring him down at the 4-yard line. That's Noah Fant for the 18-yard reception. I did call him Jake Butt earlier. That was my apologies. And Philip Lindsay is going to be brought down. He's done well this game, but he's not been used enough to keep the Broncos in this ballgame. Sends a man in motion. Fakes the motion. He breaks a tackle and he's in. That's number 28. That is... I don't know who that is. I should know. I'm a Colorado native, but I don't quite know who that is. Number 28 of the Broncos offense breaks the shutout. And that's going to be a 19-7 ball game. My hair good on the PAT. And they couldn't quite audible to an onside kick, but it's still recovered by the Bengals. 2 minutes 50 seconds left in this ball game. They've contained Mixon this second half. But not on this play, as he's going to break another tackle, but he's going to be falling out of bounds as he stumbles. not the mentality this Bengals have adopted. They usually like to stay in bounds whenever possible. But especially in this situation, he spins out of another tackle and he's going to be brought down at the 15-yard line. They're going to wait until the 2-minute warning to snap the ball, and we have the 2-minute warning. Bengals looking to be 3-0 to start this campaign. They did lose in the Super Bowl last season to the Seattle Seahawks when they couldn't line up to make a play at the 13-yard line, and they lost by a score of 13-10. So not good time management by Zach Taylor in that game. Mixon breaks a couple tackles, but he's only going to bring it out to a gain of 2. 1:55 left. Broncos take their first timeout. No reason to pass the ball in this situation. High snap. Mixon jukes. He's going to be brought down to the 6-yard line. Not quite a first down. Brings up a 3rd and 1. That was Jackson. That was his 4th tackle of the ball game. First and goal. A lot of men go in motion as the play is changed. Burrow audibles again. Mixon jukes out a defender, but he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Plenty of Broncos swirling to the ball, but Bengals can take their sweet-ass time now as the Broncos have no timeouts left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Mixon breaks out of a tackle, dives, and he's in for the touchdown. That's Joe Mixon again for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the ball game. 25-7, pending the PAT. Vedvik did miss earlier, and he's good. 26-7. That was Mixon's 8th touchdown of the campaign, as this one bounces off the crossbar. What a kick by Vedvik. Cortland Sutton is going to be out of bounds after gaining a first down, 56 seconds left. Broncos will just try to score for pride as this ballgame is way out of hand now. Bengals will try to keep Drew Lock under 100 yards, but they're not going to. That's a big gain down the sideline and finally brought down at the 16-yard line. That's Noah Fant. Drew Lock in the shotgun. Lindsey next to him. Hubbard tries to bring pressure. No pressure brought by any of the Bengals, but it's still incomplete. Drew Lock would have had a better game today had he just been a lot more patient, but he, unfortunately for the Broncos, he has just not been that way. Very trigger happy this ballgame. Batted down by Darqueze Dennard. That would have been a pick 6. Luckily and wisely was not a pick 6, as this would have been given more time on the ball game. Bengals just trying to get out of here. Hubbard off his block, blocked again. Incomplete. 4th and 10. Broncos will have to go for it to score for pride. Roper. That's going to be caught by A.J. Green for a Broncos touchdown. 26-13 pending the PAT. And this 2-minute defense has not really shut up all of season for the Bengals, but luckily they've had big leads to protect, so not really a problem. Ross brings it in. 31 seconds left. Victory formation will come out. The Bengals are 3-0 to start their new campaign. Joe Burrow nails it. And that's going to be your ball game. Bengals win by a score of 26-14. And they move to 3-0. See y'all everyone later.